You go to university, depending on where you go, obviously, you realise a lot more. I think that's when you actually first realise that, wow, you are a minority.
Yeah.
Like, you are a minority.
Shall we begin? Let's begin now.
Do you have any sort of concerns about where it's going, or are you've genuinely adapted and you're having a really good time?
Yeah, I'm definitely genuinely having a good time, I wouldn't lie.
Yeah.
But of course, like, I have concerns, like, I'm trying to think of what they are.
Shit, I have no concerns.
Well, I am a black girl with like natural hair, and like, I don't know, it kind of shows. Like, I feel like people recognise it, and at first I didn't really see anything. Like, I was like, it was almost like I was immune to it at first, because I'd be with everyone and then I'd say something and it's just like, wait, what? I don't know.
Do you know what, yeah? You're saying this and I actually completely understand. I feel like, and yes, I'm going to talk about race because whatever. No, but it's true.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, we are black, so I can only tell you my experience being black.
Yeah.
So you go to university, depending on where you go, obviously, you realise a lot more. I think that's when you actually first realise that, wow, you are a minority.
Yeah.
Like, you are a minority. When you're in school with your friends who are all from the same neighbourhoods, or you're all from sort of similar backgrounds,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter as much. But when you go to like university, and eventually when you do go on to work, that will magnify even more.
Yeah.
But I think when you go to university, you first realise, that's when you first realise, I'm black, and a lot of these people, most people are not black.
Yeah.
Most people will be white, most probably, depending on where you go. And it's sort of realising, well, they didn't grow up where I grew up. They're not similar to my friends back at home. They don't relate to me in the same way.
Yeah.
And it does sometimes it can make you feel a bit insecure, because you're just like,
Yeah.
you know, like you said something, and you're like, do they get what I'm saying? And they're
Yeah.
like, why she like this or why she like that?
Yeah.
For me, it was like, oh my god, your hair's so long, is it real? Oh my god, so how did you do that? And how did you do that?
Like, when I took out my weave and like I just had like my natural hair out, they're like, oh my gosh, where has your weave gone? I'm just like, it's not glued to my head. Like, I can take it out, I can wear my natural hair, like, I'm fine with that. Like,
Yeah.
It's just like little things like that, and it's just like, I love being black, I love my blackness, but it's just like, I don't know how that comes across to other people.
Mhm.
Like, I'm secure in who I am, and I like to think so, but I don't know how other people are going to take it, and I shouldn't really be worrying about it or thinking about that, but it's something that I can't, like, comes across, like, I think about it all the time sometimes, so yeah, it's just those kind of things, really.
Yeah.
But
Well, the only thing I can say to you is, be who you are. Again, very cliche, but like you even said yourself, like, not everyone is like you, and that's just the world we live in. And
yeah,
you know, it's okay. Like, be who you are, and people will naturally gravitate towards you when you're just being comfortable in who you are.
yeah, definitely.
So, no, yeah, like I completely relate to that. I'm not even gonna lie. When I went to uni, it was that's when I was like, wow, like,
Yeah.
you know, like, you're black, you know.
Yeah, like, and it's not even like I'm being like super ratchet or anything like that, like the kind of stereotypes and stuff. Like, I'm just being myself, and like.
Yeah. And the thing is, you will hear ignorant things, and it's not even like, oh, people are being racist.
I know.
They're literally just ignorant.
Yeah, exactly. Like, there's like some lovely girls that like I've met and stuff, and they're lovely people, but they just don't know, and like they are ignorant, and I know it's not coming from like a bad place, like they're trying to be outright racist to me, because I know they're not, but I don't know, it's just they didn't grow up in the same place I did.
Yeah.
Like, I've grown up around people that have been brought up also with like ethnic minorities, and like they've seen them grow, and like that sounds really pedophilic. That sounds pedophilic. They've seen them grow. Yeah, so it was just different, like going to, especially the more up north you go.
Yeah, that's true.
People have like access to a lot less. Actually, I shouldn't say that. There's always.
You mean access to a lot less minorities?
Yeah.
So there's less minorities up north, is what you're trying to say?
No, it probably is.
No, but if you think about it, come on, London compared to anywhere else, of course.
Yeah, exactly. So
that's a fair thing to say.
London's very multicultural, and like there's people like of different races, of like beliefs and everything, like sexualities everywhere. So you're exposed to a lot more, and that's just something I didn't really realise that until I went to university, that I'm just around so many different cultures all the time because it just became like second nature. Like that's all I knew.
Mhm.
So obviously, people that have lived in like up north or like in different cities, that's not all they know, and they've had a completely different upbringing. So of course they're not to blame for that. But then I do hear ignorant comments sometimes, and like people just not knowing what cultural appropriation is. And heck, there's people in London, I guess, that don't know what it is. But do you know what I mean? Just like little things like that, and it's always just. It's just something you sometimes have to take with a pinch of salt, because
Yeah.
especially when it's not coming from a bad place, you know. But you're just gonna find ignorant people at uni.
Everywhere.
Yeah, it's
When you go
actually
to work, there's plenty of them there.
yeah, like there'll be anywhere you go. To be fair,
Yeah.
but it's just a case of, as I said, taking it with a pinch of salt and like knowing that you can change that. You actually can help. So you just have to educate them, and if you know there's anything you can do to help, then help. Because then there's no good complaining about it if you're not doing anything to like make change. So
Yes.
just try to like educate them. Which is what I
I now
try to
know,
do.
like after talking to you, I now know you're okay, you're good, and you know what to sort of do if you're feeling a certain way.
Yeah.
So I was just wondering if you've had, obviously your friends have gone off to different universities. They're also having to do this transition, but separately from people that they don't know. Have you like? Okay, you don't have to say what it is, but have you sort of been able to? What sort of advice have you given to a friend who's finding it difficult to transition and be at university?
I don't feel like my friends are finding it hard.
Oh, all her friends are lit.
All my friends are lit. We get turned.
All her friends are good, is what she's trying to say.
Yeah, like no, like we're just all having a great time, and obviously, I haven't seen them recently, I guess.
Mhm.
So we will soon link up this Christmas. But yeah, we'll soon meet up. So I guess I'll hear properly like any concerns or anything they might be having. I feel like, and also the idea of them like from being from ethnic minorities as well. Not all of them are. Not to say we're all black, but like Asian friends, black friends, mixed race friends. So we all are having like different experiences, and I guess that comes into play. But I don't know, I guess we have each other as well. I feel like that was another thing, like speaking to like people that are familiar to you, and like, because obviously you can speak to your friends at uni, because especially for me, I've only been there for one semester, so I don't know them as well, so I wouldn't be 100% like people are different. I wouldn't be 100% comfortable with like confiding in them with my like whole private life or personal life and stuff like that. So maybe talking to people that you've known for longer, or like your family, your friends, just like regularly, just to know you can have like a reoccurring kind of constant voice. That helps, and I guess that's what probably helps my friends going through uni, and yeah.
Yeah, it's good. It's good advice. Like definitely touch base with the people who do care about you if you are sort of struggling or finding anything difficult, because they're there for you. It's just in a different way now, I suppose.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And another thing I wanted to talk about, because I find this really, really interesting, is the whole house situation, as in next year house. Like, so basically when you go uni, it's hard because you've known these people for 12 weeks and you literally have got to decide within 12 weeks of knowing each other who you're going to live with.
Yeah. It's been intense.
So can you like tell us a bit more about what that's been like for you?
Wow. Well, it's been like crazy because obviously I want to live with people that, of course, like-minded to me and like that share my similar interests. But you can only have that to an extent, or you can only know that to an extent for that short like period of time. So, and these are people that you'll be living with for a whole year, and to live with people for a whole year in one house, like that's a lot to ask for. Like, I love my friends. I've known them for so long, but like, I don't know if I could live with all of them for a year. Like, do you know what I mean? So
living with anyone is difficult.
Yeah, it's really hard. So
yeah,
of course you want to make the right decision, and like you don't want to feel like you've made the worst decision possible, because obviously it's a contract. Once it's signed, that's it. Like, you're there for a year. So I feel like it's a decision I definitely cannot take lightly. But I feel like I've kind of wormed my way out of it, sort of, because I'm thinking about going abroad. So that would mean that I wouldn't. Should I say?
Yeah, I told her to go abroad because.
Okay, she went to Canada.
Yeah, exactly.
And I want to go to Canada as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've decided that I really want. It's something I've said for ages. Like, I definitely want to study abroad. So that kind of helps in a way, because people that do studying abroad, they live like somewhere else, like compared to like other people that just want to live in a house next year. So I guess I kind of sorted that out for myself. But it's definitely a lot harder. I don't know, just trying to figure out who you want to live with.
Yeah.
I feel like just be careful and like.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm giving advice, but I haven't even gone through it yet. Do you know what I
No,
mean?
but you're
I feel like
giving
I'm
you're
touching
giving
my
advice. You're giving advice because you're going through it,
Oh yeah, okay.
and that's very helpful because you're going through it now. So you know what you've had to put up with, what's
Yeah.
happened, and how things are now. So you know sort of, yeah, just basically like you know you have the experience, you have the knowledge to share.
Yeah, I guess so.
I can also add to that and saying like living like when it came to the living situation, uproar because. It is hard to sort of say, okay, let's because some people want to live with some people don't want to live with them. Some people have a hard time choosing between different sets of people to live with. It's a whole lot of shit if you ask me. I remember like a lot of people did fall out over the living thing. I think when I was doing it, I literally thought there were people that I was gonna live with that I thought I wanted to live with, and I am just so lucky that I just did not live with them. I know it feels like I'm throwing shade, but I'm not even throwing shade. I'm just being really, really honest because like you don't want to be in a situation where like you're like, oh yeah, I want to live with you. You're all in the thing. But trust me, when it gets down to it, you actually learn people's true colours when you live with them, and you don't want to end up living with people that you actually genuinely don't like. So
because then every little thing they do will just
So
So
I just wanted to record us having this conversation and put it out on YouTube because maybe like there's people who do have some apprehensions, and so maybe there are people who aren't adjusting as well as you are and might sort of need your sort of insight on it, or maybe there are people who feel the same way as you and they're like, yeah, that's been my experience too. But I did want to record and put this conversation up on YouTube because I also wanted to let you know that you know I'm here if you've got any concerns or any struggles or anything that you want to just talk about with me. And I think it's really nice to have someone that's around the same age as you that went through it that you can sort of call on and say, oh my god, I'm going through this, can you help me, or stuff like that. Because I had people to talk to definitely, but not necessarily someone I was as close as we are. That was older than me that had been through it as well. So yeah. So at some point I will do a video about my university experience because my university experience is completely different to Elizabeth's, and I'm glad that hers is going the way it's going and not the way that mine sort of went. And I think it'll be sort of good to talk about some of the struggles I had. I had a lot of mental health related struggles when I was in university, which impacted my academia. Not that much in the end, like I made it in the end, thank God, but it's definitely something that I want to talk about and just get out there. So yeah, thank you for joining us in this video. I hope you found it to be at least enjoyable, if not helpful in some way, shape or form. Thanks, bye.
Bye.
Guys, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Lots to say on her channel and her blog, so definitely join her there. And yeah, thank you so much again for watching.
You do that sound a lot.
Do I?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I do actually.
Rude.
Yeah. And it's these stupid kids as well. Like, shut up.
Leave
I hate the season when the kids are out. Like, just go back to school. Okay. So we can relax, you know.
Yeah. Wait, do you think I do too much?
No, I think it's amazing. But
okay.
for me, I'm like in my head, I'm like, okay, what's your next question? Like you were talking, and all I'm thinking is, what's your next question? And I'm just like, you can relax, you know. Like you can take your time and think of what question you want to ask her.
Yeah. Actually, no, as soon as she said pressure, I'm like, hey.
Hey. The boys.
The boys.
The boys.
Work. I'm joking.
We're joking. We're good girls.